Hello lovely people, and welcome to your day 5 of the 30-day October challenge. My name is Greta Stewart and this is Flow Pilates. Today I've got an awesome core and deep abdominal teed up for us, so it's a slightly shorter and sharper session, but this does not mean that we hold back on all those progressions and all that good stuff. So you will be needing some ankle weights. I've already got mine on, so pop those on when you're ready, as well as just one light dumbbell. Mine's a 2 kg, but a 2 kg, even a 3 kg could work for this. And without further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna start by lying down on our mat. Beautiful. Your dumbbell's gonna come over the line of our chest. Feet are going to plant down on your mat, just starting by imprinting that lower back down onto your mat, feeling that shorten of our rib to hip connection and that connection. Beautiful. Inhale breath, and as we take that exhale, we're just curling our head and chest up, sliding that dumbbell to find our knees. Beautiful. Inhale, we're slowly lowering back down, dumbbell over chest. Exhale to lift and curl. Inhale as we control back down. Nice. Taking these first few just to warm up. Beautiful. I just want us to lift up to the point where the dumbbell hits the line of our knees. Nice. Beautiful. You should be able to clear those shoulder blades up off that mat with a little bit of help from the weight of our dumbbell. We will start to add on, team, add those layers. Beautiful. So this next time, as we take that lift, can you lift your right leg up to tabletop? Beautiful. Inhale, we lower, leg taps down. Other side, left leg to tabletop as we take that curl. Everything lowers back down. Nice. Awesome. So as we move through this, I really want you to focus on control back down onto your mat. Thinking about really rolling that spine piece by piece as we return back down. Beautiful. All right. Continuing to add on this next time we lift up, can you hold? We're dipping that dumbbell down towards your right when your right leg's in tabletop. Back through center before we lower back down. Other side. We lift up. Left leg to tabletop, dumbbell sends down towards that left. Nice. This is our combo. Focusing on staying in a true C-shaped spine position, so try not to let our back flatten here. Thinking about sending our belly button back behind us. Nice work. Arms stay straight as we take that little twist and rainbow through those arms. Just giving me 4 more repetitions here. 2 more each side. Lovely work. Seeing if we can slow down these last 2 a little bit more. Still exhaling as we curl our head and chest up off that mat. Last one like this. All right, we're gonna meet down on your mat, taking a quick inhale breath. As we exhale, let's curl up, keeping our legs down onto your mat here. Nice, either staying here, if it's there, you're floating those legs to tabletop. We're just working those rainbows down to the left, up and over to your right. Nice, staying in your C shape. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Beautiful. Nice. If those legs are in tabletop, try to minimize that sway here for 5. Here for 4. Nice work, team, for 3. 2. Last one. We return through center. Legs can drop down. We're just slowly lowering that spine, peeling back down onto your mat. Both of your legs are sending up towards that sky now. Beautiful. We're going to drop that right leg down, before circling it back and around. This time left leg drops down through center and circles. Nice, just working these leg circles here. Awesome. So checking back in with our position on the mat here. Are you still squeezing that lower back down onto your mat? Nice work. Lower abdominals are working hard here. If you do feel any pressure through that lower back, just regress that range. Nice. Otherwise, if you're feeling strong, this next time you circle that leg back and up, you're taking a curl up with your dumbbell. Nice. We lower as other leg drops, circle around and up as we crunch. Beautiful. Adding in those upper abdominals. If you're feeling strong today, team, using that exhale breath as we do so. Exhaling as if we're blowing out through a straw, through those pursed lips. Nice work. Challenging that range of that leg circle now. Still moving nice and slowly. Just here for 2 more like this. Last one. We circle it up and hold. Just little pulses up and up with that dumbbell. Nice work. Think about reaching that dumbbell up towards our toes. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Can you lift and hold? You're sweeping those legs down. Chest stays high or can drop down. Just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We can draw those knees into chest. Take a little rock out from side to side. Just popping that dumbbell down to the side for now. When you're ready, you're going to grab the back of those legs and roll on up, flipping over to find a 4-point position. So you guys know the gig, hands are underneath the line of our shoulders. We're going to start by bracing through your belly, tucking through that tailbone and stepping back to find our full plank position. Nice. We've got a straight line from that head down our spine all the way to your ankles. Beautiful. We're going to start by inhaling, and as we exhale, piking those hips up high towards that ceiling and then rolling back forward. Beautiful. So exhale to take that lift. Inhale to pull back forward. Nice. Keeping those legs nice and straight here. We stay up on the ball of those feet the entire time. Thinking about lifting your hips up nice and high towards that sky. Beautiful, team. Just 2 more before we add on. Last rep like this. All right, this next time we pull forward, let's hold. We're adding a knee drive. So your knees bend as we press that mat away, hips send back. We pull back forward before moving to 1 pike. Beautiful. We pull forward. Take that knee drive. We return back before we pike. Awesome. Nice work. Sending those hips back towards those ankles as we take that knee drive. Gaze looks back towards those ankles as we pike. Just here for 3 more like this. Beautiful. Final 2. You guys are so strong. Last one, and then we meet in your plank. Taking the last knee drive, pulling forward to that plank. We meet there. Can you drop down to your forearms? Nice work. Straight into this next series. Feet come close together. We're just dropping that right hip down to your mat and pulling back up through center. Right hip taps and center, just working this single side for this hip dip. Nice work. Try not to let those hips sneak up as we start to fatigue here, team. Beautiful. Here for 2 more before we add on. Last one like this. We draw up through center and hold. We're adding a left side climber, so left knee to left elbow. We press it back before we drop our hip. Nice. Knee to elbow, back, and hip dip. Whew, lovely work. That side body is starting to fire up now. Staying with it, keep pressing your forearms away from that mat. Nice work. One more like this before we add that final challenge. This time we drop that hip. Can we lower back down? You're swiveling open to face me. You're lifting your top leg as we reach our arm up. Everything lowers. Before hips return through center, we take that side climber. Nice, so we drop those hips, open to face me. One toe tap. Beautiful. Plank and side climber. Nice work. Feeling that top oblique as we take that toe touch. Feel that little cinch and crunch. All right. Now, if you're feeling strong, you want a little bit more. On this next time we drop that hip, you open to face me. Can you be on that right hip bone? Can you lift both of your feet up? Finding your full V. We lower back down before we take that knee. Beautiful. Full challenge is to take that total V sit. Lovely work. Can you just move through 2 more full reps like this? Beautiful. Last full rep now. All right, on this next one, we're gonna lower down to that sit bone, opening to face me. Just working those toe taps, either single or double leg. If you're doing double, keeping those ankles glued together here. Nice work. Feeling this top oblique as those legs lift. Beautiful, you're just here for 4. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Here for 3. Nice and slow. For 2. Last one. We drop those legs. We re-find your plank. Final finisher is just those side climbers. Beautiful. Knee taps and extends. Full challenge is to keep that left leg hovering off the mat the entire time. Nice work. Just you and your breath, moving through this. For 5. You have got it. I'm here with you for 4. Here for 3. 2. Last one. Extending out and dropping those knees. Pressing back. Taking a well-deserved child's pose stretch, lengthening out through those arms. We can throw that left arm down and through. Nice. Gaze looking under your armpit. Your right arm can wrap under that side waist, opening that right shoulder up towards that sky. Enjoying that deep rotation for the spine. Hand comes back towards that mat now. Rising on up. You're going to re-find your dumbbell before lying back down on our mat. Nice, we've just got a quick roll-up series to break things up. So when you're ready, dumbbell comes over the line of our chest. Beautiful. We're going to start by extending it over our head, and as we exhale, rolling on up, sitting up nice and high, dumbbell sweeps to sky. Beautiful. Inhale, curling through that spine, tucking through your pelvis to re-find that supine position. Beautiful. So exhale to peel up, inhale to control that lower back down. Nice. Feet stay planted for now. Awesome. Beautiful work. All right, this next one, let's curl up together. We're lifting that dumbbell to the sky. We're adding a half range. Dumbbell sweeps down as we find that C shape. Nice, belly is nice and scooped here. We lift everything back up before we lower back down. Nice. So you curl up, taking that C shape as we sweep those arms, lift to return, and then lower back down. All right, this next time we're gonna find that halfway rep together and hold, curling that dumbbell up towards your face. It extends back long before we lift back up. Nice work. Again, team, all these layers are optional. If you did want to just stay with that original sit up, be my guest, just working at whatever layer feels good for you. Nice. Two more full reps like this. If you are taking that little hammer curl at the bottom of your C shape, keeping those elbows nice and high here. Nice. All right. On this last one, let's all curl up together. Awesome. We're sinking back to find that C shape. You're holding low in that C shape. We're just working that curl up and extend. Don't let those elbows drop. Nice. Shoulders stay rolled back and down here. Keeping that nice scoop through your belly. Beautiful. Here for 5. Here for 4. Nice. For 3. 2. On 1. Can we lift that dumbbell up? We're just pulsing those elbows up and up. Nice. They stay tight in towards each other. They're not flaring out wide. Beautiful. Nice. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning back down onto your mat, ditching that dumbbell to that side. We're just gonna roll back up to find that 4-point position on the other side. Nice. We're gonna move into those pikes, team. So hands under those shoulders, one at a time, stepping those legs back to find that plank position. Squeezing those glutes, sending your belly button up towards your spine here, taking an inhale, and as we exhale, we're piking those hips up high to the sky and rolling forward. Beautiful. So exhale to lift, inhale to pull forward. Awesome. Gaze looks down towards those ankles at the top of the movement. Lovely. Legs stay straight. We're still on the balls of those feet. Nice work. Each time we roll forward, thinking about really rolling and articulating through that spine rather than just making it a stiff movement. All right, this next time we pull to plank, let's hold. We're taking that knee drive. Knees bend as we press mat away. We push back before we pike. Nice. This is our combo here. Taking that knee drive to one pike. You guys are absolutely smashing this core class. We are nearly there. You're looking great. Just giving me 2 more full reps like this. Last full rep. All right, after this pike, we're all gonna pull forward and meet in your plank. Let's walk down to find those forearms. Nice. Stepping those feet close together. This time we're dipping that left hip down towards the mat and pulling through center. Left hip down and center. Seeing if we can touch that hip down onto your mat each time. Beautiful. Nice work. Keeping those hips from sending up, team. Focusing on staying in that straight line still from that head down to your ankles. Awesome. Okay, after this next hip tap, let's draw through center. We're taking that one side climber, right knee to right elbow, sends back before we dip those hips. Beautiful. One side climber to one hip dip. Awesome. This is the final series of class. I promise you, there's no surprises after this. Just giving me 2 more before we add on. Last one like this. All right, this time we drop those hips. Let's hold. Swiveling to face me. Taking that top leg lift as we tap. We return back through center before we take our side climber. Nice work. Taking that top leg reach. All right, final progression, team. You guys know what's coming, is that full V set. So both legs send up together, keeping those ankles tight. Beautiful. Nice. Even if you're a bit wobbly, team, that's cool. It means you're pushing your body, pushing those stabilizers. Just focusing on moving nice and slowly, controlling that weight that is on our ankles. Lovely work. We're just moving through our final 3 reps like this. Nice work. Last full one. Taking that toe tap. Final little side climber before we meet with our hip down on that mat. You're opening to face me. Just getting to work on those V's. Nice. Pressing away from that left forearm that's on that mat. Keeping those legs as straight as you can. Just here for 4 more. Beautiful. 3 now. Final 2. Last one. Your legs are going to drop down. We're refinding that plank together. Final push, just those side climbers now. We tap and extend. Final progression is to hover that right leg off that mat as we extend. Beautiful. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. Here for 5. For 4. You've got it. For 3. 2. Last one. We extend back. You can drop those knees down. Reaching through those arms. Nice work. This time threading that right hand down and through. Gaze looks under that armpit. Top arm can wrap under that side body. Left shoulder sends up towards that sky. That is all the hard work done for class. Just coming out of this pose now. You can swivel to face me. Just opening out to find a straddle stretch here. Rainbowing those arms up and over to that left, sending your chest down towards your leg. Inhale, we can straighten your spine. Exhale to pull and roll forward. Just swapping it on over, rainbowing those arms up and over towards that right hand side now. Nice, and coming back through center, finding any sort of seated position that feels comfy for you, team. As always, we're going to finish off with one last deep inhale breath. So inhaling here as we sweep those arms, arch your back, lift your gaze, and as we exhale, sighing everything out, letting those arms return back down. That is all you done for your day 5 of the 30-day challenge. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. And stay tuned for tomorrow, day 6. We've got an awesome lower body workout teed up for you. Otherwise, see you next time. Thank you.